Unable to bear the pain, she took her own life. His colleagues also mentioned that ever since that night, whenever someone passed by that section of the river, they would often see a woman sitting by the river, crying. Some even claimed to have heard heartbreaking sobs in the dead of night. Some had even seen her terrifying face clearly. People said her resentment was too strong and that she might haunt any unlucky passerby. Gradually, everyone started avoiding that riverside road at night. That day, the factory manager treated everyone to dinner, and they drank a little too much. Worried that Uncle Cain wouldn't be able to get home safely, the manager asked Jack, a security guard, to escort him back. As they neared the river, Jack warned Uncle Cain to take a detour, as strange occurrences had been happening there lately. Uncle Cain scoffed at Jack, mocking him for working in security yet believing in ghosts. Clearly drunk, he ignored the warning and stubbornly pedaled straight ahead. Unable to change Uncle Cain's mind, Jack had no choice but to follow him. As they approached the Nine Dragons River, Uncle Cain felt an eerie cold wind blowing against his back. The wind whistled past his ears, sounding like someone weeping. Thanks to the alcohol, Uncle Cain wasn't scared, but Jack beside him had already turned pale with fear. Uncle Cain tried to ignore the howling wind, but strangely, his bicycle felt heavier with each pedal. Thinking the tire might be deflating, he stopped to check, but the tires were perfectly fine. Jack also knelt down to inspect them, but there was nothing wrong. They had no choice but to continue cycling. However, this time, the bike felt even heavier than before. Then, as if compelled by an unseen force, Uncle Cain turned to look behind him. There was a long trail of water stretching from where he had ridden. A chill ran through Uncle Cain's spine, and the alcohol instantly wore off, leaving him completely sober. He realized he had definitely encountered something unnatural. Jack noticed the horror on Uncle Cain's face and called out to him, but Uncle Cain didn't respond. He just pedaled furiously forward, cold sweat dripping down his forehead. At that moment, he suddenly felt a cold, icy breeze rushing to his chest. Looking down, Uncle Cain was horrified to discover a handprint on his chest, a cold, wet mark. Immediately, the coldness from the handprint spread throughout his body, enveloping him in a shivering chill. Even more terrifying, his arms and legs suddenly stiffened, no longer responding to his control. He felt as if an invisible force was controlling the bicycle. It was automatically heading straight toward the river. Uncle Cain exerted all his strength to steer the bicycle, trying to turn the handlebars to avoid plunging into the river. He used all his might to control the handlebars, trying to keep the bicycle running parallel to the riverbank. But just then, when he looked down at the water's surface, he was shocked to discover. In the reflection in the water, a disheveled woman was sitting behind him on the bike. To his surprise, there really was a woman, soaked to the bone, sitting on the back seat.